Hey there, Frank Korb. Welcome to our studio. Here we are in front of the Phillips collection, and what I thought we were going to be doing was going in and taking a look at some art, specifically the Miro work, but it's closed. Bummer. So, what my thoughts were that as an artist, it's important for us to go out and take a look at artwork and see other people's work. What do you think about that? Seeing artwork by artists who maybe you're not familiar with, or maybe that you don't particularly like. What are your thoughts about that? Okay, all right. Those are good ideas. Well, we can't go in to take a look at it, but we'll still talk about seeing artwork that you're not familiar with. Seeing artwork that inspires you, and thinking about works that maybe you don't particularly like. All right, well, let's walk around and figure this out. Well, here we are in front of a Seymour Lipton sculpture, still out in front of the Phillips collection. And one of the most important things I think we need to do as artists is to familiarize ourselves with all sorts of different time periods and types of artwork: abstraction, realism, landscapes, hard edge paintings, surrealism. When you think of your artwork, what do you like the best? What interests you the most? Is it standing in front of an impressionist painting and feeling what that space might have felt like? Or is it standing in front of a hyper realistic portrait of somebody, seeing every single pore on their face? Or maybe it's standing with I was really hoping, a Marc Chagall, and seeing this abstract expressionism that's not specifically about anything in particular. What are your favorites? Oh, and why? I guess that's the most important question too. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, those are all really, really good ideas and thoughts, and yeah, that's spectacular. Well, maybe you thought about Impressionism, and here we've got phenomenal. Maybe some people don't like it. Impressionism, or maybe it's something that's a little bit more sculptural and abstract, hard edged. It doesn't matter. It's art, and one of the things that looking at a variety of art does is it can cause conversation. It can get you talking at a boat party about what's interesting about the art, or maybe specifically what you don't like about the art. So, what kinds of questions come to your mind when you think about the artwork that you see? Okay, that's good. That's good. I probably feel similar. Yeah. Um, Keep asking those questions. But like I had mentioned, you also want to keep following up with the why, the because. Explain what about it is interesting. And some of the things you can talk specifically about are the elements of art and the principles of design. Things like line, shape, form, value, color, texture, balance, proportion, scale, emphasis, things like that. As you're talking about it, what do we emphasize? What are we focusing in on in a painting? What really stands out in a sculpture? These are important things to think about. What do you think about when you look at an artwork? What's one thing that you think is important to talk about? Good. You're thinking. That's fantastic. All right. And another thing to think about as we, as artists, are making our artwork, not only about what we like or dislike about artwork, is how are we inspired by it? Now, have I ever fallen down a path and really replicating somebody else's artwork? Oh, I'm sure I have. And I think we all have. And for the most part, I guess that's kind of how we learn how to do what we do as artists. But one of the most important things we can do as artists is to find our own voice. And whether that's experimenting with different styles, different materials, mimicking other people's work, trying to just get the same feel for it. I mean, that's all part of it. But in the end, it's important to find our own voice. What do you think about that? Where are you with finding your own voice in your artwork? Yeah, yeah. I mean, as a painter for so long, I finally figured it. I probably figured my own voice out. But as a ceramicist, I'm still trying to figure out who I am. And thankfully, I've got a great partner in Julie to help us figure that out too. So whether you're doing sculptural work like this, or paintings, or functional work, or whatever, performance art, video art, digital art, you name it, it's out there. Work towards finding your own voice. And these are just a few things. Had I gotten into the Phillips collection, we would have had a really great conversation. Great place to visit. But get out there. Find a museum, find a gallery, find a local place that does artwork, and see how it inspires you. Well, thanks for joining me here in our studio. Where are you going to find some artwork to be inspired by, to question what you think of as art? Well, wherever it is, I hope that you can get in and make some notes, figure out what's inspiring to you. And as always, thanks for joining us. Get out there and keep making great stuff. Thanks. Bye. Oh, and by the way, if you haven't already, hit subscribe. Follow me, check out the earlier videos, and see what else we talk about when we talk about art. More disappointed people.